Okay.
All right, ready? All right, you ready to go live, man?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your Merc Academy IBSG Week 5 matchup with White Lotus Wisteria versus Rat Tactics. Guys, got a hyped up match tonight. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Ghost. For most of you know my voice, know who I am. But man alongside me for the night is gonna be a little different, Insert new guy here. Deceiver, welcome to the booth, man.
Thank you very much. Ghost, what have you bring us today?
All right, well, in a moment we're gonna be going into draft, but for the moment, I'm just going to introduce the guys real quick. On the side of White Lotus Wisteria, taking blue side for the night. He's going to be in the top lane, westbound, having a stellar series on early this week on Monday. In the jungle, Soren Noel, mid lane, Saint, AD carry Yori, and at support, Chubby Trinople. But on the side of Rat Tactics, looking to take this dub tonight, going Rex side for game one. Got the rock in the top lane being coin flipping Jungle Pazanski, mid Zelmac, 80 carry emerge, and at support Style Bow. I'm looking forward to this match, man. It's gonna be a fun one.
Exciting.
All right, well, guys, we're gonna be going into draft. Just in one moment, just waiting for the teams. And looks like we're about to be good to go. While we wait for what side already up, never mind. Timer is now ticking. Common trend for these games. Everyone I cast so far, man. These bands are coming out fast. These teams already got their game plans ready, locked, and loaded. And we already see it. Two bands on the table. Zeri being taken off for the side of White Lotus, but Nocturne being answered back, not letting Sora get a hold to that good old Nocturne. Pazanski, fairly known in this league for his Wukong, being taken off the board pretty early, and so will Aurora off the side of Rat Tactics. Bands are flying out. You're not wasting any time. As Viego, we got two jungle bands already on the board at White Lotus, aiming at Pazanski, not trying to let him have one of his fantastic games, make him have to work for it. On the side of Rat Tactics, they're gonna make sure that the same's gonna be for Soren.
Look like Rat Tat is trying to reduce, the prickly power from Wisteria.
Sure they did, but now heading to the last 10 seconds, still White Lotus Wisteria gonna be picking up in this blue and this B1 slot. First pick, and it's gonna be Seraphine. Alrighty, well, interesting pick, especially with the showing on Monday. See that maybe it'll just stay, a little nerves on the stage, or see what happens here in this game.
I mean, that's just the opening with Seraphine, so this could be a support or it's a really good flex pick, or it could be APC.
I would be surprised they put it on and put Saint on Seraphine, especially how dominant performance he had Monday. I'll be extremely surprised, but Rat Tact is going to respond with the Volibear and looking like that Braum possibly. Not locked in yet. Oh, there it is. As soon as I say it. But looking to see what White Lotus responds with as Volibear. Pretty sure 9 times out of 10 that's going up top. That is a coin flip special. At least to my knowledge. Oh, we might see a spicy pick. It's Pantheon. I think it'd be the first time for a game I casted this season at least. And it is going to be locked in. It's going to be Pantheon. But good flex pick. I mean, go mid, go top. Or, I don't know Chubby Chinople's bag like that. It might be a support. Who knows?
Actually, I would say a jungle. I mean, I could be wrong, but with the current trend, it could be a jungler.
Too, it can go anywhere. But we know who's not going any and everywhere. It's Aphelios looking like it's going to be locked in for Yori. Now, last pick of the rotation. I want to see what Rat Tact this guy in their bag here. Even though I think they're probably going to lock in 80 carry here, 9 times out of 10, but I wonder if they got some like, sneaky plan, whatever. It's in the name, right? Tactics. Let's see what they got for me.
I think it's a bit strange for Braum because Seraphine and Aphelios are pretty long range, and maybe this might be premature pick for Braum. You have to justify the support pick for the ADC.
Oh my. Well, speaking of the pick, Vel'Koz is coming to the board. Now, Mr. Knowledge through Disintegration himself is here, and I am all for it. I love Vel'Koz. So just to see him on a riff and for the night game 1A is making my day. I just hope it performs well. Whoever's piloting it. I say whoever like it is. Like it isn't.
Well, with ours gone, I'm not sure exactly, but maybe they try to reduce, the puckage, because they have a bit advantage over the range for now, but Flood is matching it up, so I think, I think it's so far it's okay. It's for now. I would say this drafting phase would be more crucial.
Definitely will be more crucial. Now we see 2 top laners off the board as Cassante and Silas both banned off the rift, but also Varys and Silas are gone too. So curious if I'm going to see a Malphite this game possibly as his biggest counter is out of the window. But Gene's going to be locked in. And for the side of Right Tags, Emmer is going to be piloting that. And I said, I asked for something spicy. We got Vel'Koz or Pantheon in one game already. Come on, just keep it coming. I like the spice. And as soon as I say something about Silas being banned and Malphite possibly being picked up, White Lotus immediately locking in that Malphite. Biggest counter is gone. So why not? What's the risk here? I mean, unstoppable force, you can blow up a Jinx, blow up a Vel'Koz, why not?
I mean, I think Black Cat might be more in trouble because maybe that's why they're thinking bomb certified against European Ultimate, but I think that might be not exactly great in the moment. Try to peel for Jinx. So I think they're much more vulnerable to, to like engage with like Malphite or maybe a bit of a poke.
Oh, hey, Jinx, Jinx, bitch hover. Need to return to the Twitch jungle? As we do see LeBlanc locked in for mid on Saint. Quite happy they put him on a carry. I mean, especially early game, and it's pretty dominant in the laning phase. So gonna be quite the watch. But Mordekai's are locked in for that counter pick against Malphite. So I mean, ban away Silas, but you got an answer for it. Be able to put Malphite in the Delph realm, so Ultimate is taking out the fight for at least 7 seconds.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. I think Power Kaiser might be very strong, it's based on doing the mobile is going to play safe, but again, it's going to be a very safe lane, so it's not going to have much interaction happening in the top lane. So yeah, I think it's going to depend how they're going to play around the mid lane, So especially later on into the mid fight, maybe objective play will be happening more.
All right, well, guys, we haven't got the channel to affiliate yet, so we can't put up predictions. But you guys can also follow the channel, help us out getting it there. But at the same token, let us know in the chat, hey, who do you guys have winning this game? I mean, some of your pickups are on the line too. Guys, a little biased, but at the same token, who draft do you like more? Who's gonna win the game? Let us know. I do read the chat. Granted, I don't acknowledge all of you because I got a cast, but I do read it. I keep y'all thoughts in mind, man. Man of people. But unfortunately, the man of the people also has delivered the news of we're gonna be going to a brief intermission. But during that time, go ahead and get your snacks, get your drinks, do whatever, bathroom breaks, whatever. We come back, gonna be hitting the rip for game 1 of White Lotus Wisteria versus Rat Tactics in this hype matchup for the week. We'll see you guys in a moment. Alrighty, guys. Welcome to the rip for game one of White Lotus Wisteria versus Rat Tactics. I'm excited for this matchup. I hope you guys are, especially for this week, man. Currently in the standings at first place, Rat Tactics, fourth being White Lotus Wisteria. Saw a guy in the chat say they expected a 2-0 for Rat Tactics, but you know, it could be anyone's game. I mean, Saints just had a phenomenal series Monday. And alongside him, Yuri did too, and Westbound's pretty solid. So Rat Tactics got their hands full in this game, but definitely beat this White Lotus team. Definitely solidified themselves, probably one of the top teams in this league. Nothing too crazy going on at the moment. Got trading back and forth in this bot lane. Saints try to get a little aggressive there, but losing out any trades. His Velcar just poking Saints down on the exit. I'm looking forward to this bot lane. It's level 2 advantage over the southbound emerge over the Rat Tactics. Flash being blown by Chubby, taking about half HP, forced to blow all of the pots. Peter, man, what do you think so far? How are we looking in this game? As Zelmac, getting bursted down at the execute project, adding insult to injury. Quarter HP for him already, but luckily he brought teleport this game.
I think mid will be pivotal for the moment right now, but I think what the Wisteria should do to be, play more stable and play for the main game and objectives. Right now you don't have fall to the how to behind. That's going to be very hard with the lady phase, for sure.
For sure, and talking about needing to be just playing safe. Looking at this bot lane, man, both Yuri and Chubby Snow for about half HP, and Westbound in this Malphite, man, he's taking punishment from coin flip on this Mordekaiser. But I will say in this mid lane, Saint just establishing dominance. Granted, he is getting beat down, getting poked out between cooldowns, but every time that electrocute is up, he just going at Zelmak's face. But look into the junglers. Both started opposite, and Volibear went from red up, and Pantheon went from his red side downward. But both junglers eyeing this mid lane currently. Unfortunately, I said Pizanski started top side. Sorry, that is blue. Apologies on that. But Pizanski now didn't see anything mid, but looking at the top lane possibly. But here comes Soren. Flash is blown, and so is Zelmak. Zelmak almost dead. Will he be finished? He won't be. And Soren just eating tower shots, almost goes down.
Fortunately, that might be the position where they have to be called. Fortunately, Valiant's EDB, but right now they have to use a TB, so I don't think it's entirely over yet, but they definitely have flash down, so maybe it's going to depend on her next fight, and maybe in 5 minutes, because it's coming up, the objectives.
Speaking of fighting, it's top lane and it's mid lane, man. Saint's taking a lot of punishment. So is the mouth at the top, but this engage going on the bot side as we almost got the stun on Chubby. Chubby's gonna be able to make it out, but oh no, Yuri gets caught on the flame choppers, gets a lot of more punishment down, and this bot lane just being punished for walking forward. But in this top side too, coin flip low, fairly low, is building up the bar and be able to get the W, but it's gonna utilize it. It's now westbound. Taking a lot of hurt there. Level 6 gonna go over the coin flip, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna be forced to back. Oh yeah, he's walking back to. Gonna be backing. Probably more than likely gonna. I doubt he's gonna TP back. At least I don't think it's an idea, but you never know.
I think at that moment right now, Mac has a priority in bot lane because they'll be calling. So this is the perfect timing, for priority.
Speaking of perfect timing, Zelmak is looking to get ganked by Pantheon. Unfortunately, it doesn't have flash, so will he be able to make it out? The chains are going to connect, and there's the stun, and that should be first blood. Zelmak is going down in the mid lane. First blood over to Soren Noel. Alrighty, it's looking like Soren Noel not done. He's like he's been heading to this bot side, but Jinx is recalling. Zabao doesn't know what he's walking into, and there is the stun. Zabao is going upwards though. Not gonna be able to jump to emerge at the moment. We're gonna be able to get close enough though. It's not the damage, not enough to be able to take him down. But emerge fighting back, getting damage down on Soren. He had to utilize that Braum pass with Chubby being a little bit on the dangerous side with very little mana.
I would say that was a pretty good recovery for Wisteria because the bot lane was about to gain priority for the Drake, but now it's ruined. So I guess I forced Folly to do the Herald at that moment.
Alright, and there's the combo coming down on Soren, but Pantheon has a shield, and Pantheon's gonna get the stun. Here comes Saint to back him up, but will Soren make it out with no flash? Saint might have to eat ability for him. Oh, never mind. Zelmak expected Soren to chase. I missed the Q. That is ultimate flash and teleport currently down for Zelmak as he's invading the jungle. But here comes LeBlanc. Braum's gonna be running up too, but keep in mind, Aphelios is coming up the river. Zelmak is in a precarious position, probably bit off a lot more than he can chew, and forget he's not playing a mobile champion, and that is a kill over to LeBlanc. Not the champion you want to hear have gold at the moment, especially if your name is Vel'Koz.
I think the mid map is too ambitious. It's like not following the game plan. They need to maintain the mid lane, maintain the priority. I mean, the man to get the Herald, but they need to keep it up.
I definitely agree with you, man. And for the bot lane they have, especially, how can I put it? Oh, Super Mega Death are gonna miss westbound coming from downtown from the fountain, but. I mean, I agree with you, man. I feel like both sides are doing too much at different parts of the map. I mean, this bot lane, I honestly don't believe they should be stepping up as much as they are. Like, probably it's playing it safe. They see Emerge, Zabao just getting like aggressive on them every single time. I mean, Westbound, unfortunately, just getting beat under the tower. Not much to really do for him. But in this mid lane, though, Zelmak going for that invade. It was so risky. He had no teammates nearby. It's a Braum that was like moving with and with some Nikes on his feet. If he didn't even have boots. But speaking of stepping up, Yuri is going to find himself in a terrible position. Going to have to blow the flag. Did not get caught by the Flame Chompers. Keep in mind, Pazanki does have ultimate, but they're going to opt to not utilize it for a dive. As Yuri does, even though bad positioning, does have white-blue, so still can't do damage. But speaking of ultimate, Soren comes in, hops on Zelmax. Pazanki's going to sandwich him. Here comes the life form disintegration where he does a lot of damage to Saints, forces him out to fight. Soren's going to be by himself. He's trying to get the job done, but Eag's going to be going down, and it's going to be the first kill on the board for Rat Tactics. All right, and this should be priority to Rat Tactics side for the Dragon. There they are starting it. So kill and Hex take Drake over to the side of Rat Tactics. Now they actually have the gold lead too. About 1,300 gold ahead of White Lotus Wisteria for the current moment. Oh boy!
I think then noticed the urgency.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry I gotta interrupt you, but we back to the top lane, Westbound in the Delph realm. Meanwhile, the boss side over getting aggressed on too, man. We just got action everywhere, man. Rat Tactics is looking for blood every which way they can. Yuri, you walking up, buddy. You just saw Pazanski there. He does have the ultimate Encore forced to be used, but there are no ultimates available for Yuri. He utilizing no flash heater. Aphelios is dead, but will Zalbao be falling up? And yes, it will be. Zalbao is going to die, and Jinx double kill. Trading 2 for 1. And you know, hey, that's worth.
I mean, it's impressive after they forced the fight, the game, and then made a drink, and then keep continuing. I think.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. We gotta interrupt your interrupt what you said because now we got another solo kill. Saints taking down Zelmak on the Vel'Koz. I'm sorry, man. I feel like for the past 3 times you tried to talk, somebody decided they wanted to fight and said this ain't the time for talking. They about that action right now. So I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. Please.
Yeah, no problem. Get used to this.
We just messing around, but you know, go ahead, man. Where I know what's on your mind.
Yeah, I am. I think that managed to pay off. You know, yeah, the game, and now they're trying to snowball as much as they can. So.
Right, snowballing slowly but surely as the goalies slowly went up. As you said, 1.3 earlier. Now we're at about 1. Oh, wait a minute. Here comes Zelmak getting bursted down to half HP. And keep in mind, Pazanski's on those Void Grubs. As now we're about to have a melee as Westbound is going to be entering the fray. Ultimate is available, but Pazanski's going to flash it. Shut down over to the LeBlanc. I was expecting. No, he didn't even have the ult, so. But the fight continues as Coin Flip is now in a 1v3. Delphram being utilized against Soren Noel. Gonna miss the Q. Unfortunately, Zalbao is not really gonna be able to help him, so Coin Flip is gonna die coming right out of his own ultimate. Is now more kills over to the side of White Lotus Wisteria and add Void Grubs to that list too of objectives taken. Hey man, Peter, just know I love you, bro. Just know I love you, bro. Talk to the team, bro. Why do you keep having stuff happen?
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I mean, I guess the fight went wrong in the held, in the gloves. But yeah, I think you should keep pressuring the bot lane. Right now, the bot lane tower is low, so that's probably the best clean point of this fight.
Gotcha. You're right. 2 plates already down. Taken down about halfway to the third for this bot lane of Rat Tactics. Oh, Zelmak, you might want to back up, bro. That little blunt coming with a whole item, and Zelmak's gonna die. The Panther ultimate wasn't even needed. Unfortunately, it's gonna be wasted, but the idea was there. But now LeBlanc 5-0-1. As I was beginning to explain some things, Soren and Pazanski's gonna end up fighting on the river. Here comes Saints though. Yeah, Pazanski saw the Fed LeBlanc and said, nope, not today. I'm good, and walk off. Casually. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, this LeBlanc 5-0-1. Already has Lotus companion, but Vel'Koz also completed his first item. But Zelmak is getting, he's not having a good time. It's rough from this game. 0-4. On the flip side, though, the Jinx 2-0-1 already has the Young Tals. Meanwhile, Fellas doesn't have an item yet. Only got the components. But as I am speaking, here comes the fight. Delphin was utilized. Westbound might die. Here comes the Q. Yes, it is. Solo Q over to coin flip, but now ganking the bot lane. No flash for Yuri, but it's the barrier, but it does not matter. It's Pazanski ulted the tower, but he's gonna die, get stunned under there, take some tower shots, and they just keep eating more and more. And now the chase is on. Zabao is gonna be next to fall, probably, but he's gonna be blowing the flash instead. And now Lifeform Disintegration Ray is turning around the fight as Vel'Koz Zelmak is finding blood, but he only found one. But Saints, on the other hand, is gonna find 2 more kills to add on to that dark seal. Zelmak's being engaged on still. Oh, and look at the dancing, you know, just dancing around with the W. Yeah, to dodge Zelmak, like, you know, and just hitting the cha-cha slide with it. But 7-0-1 now for this LeBlanc. Zelmak saying he doesn't want Saint to recall at all. The Saint, you know, looking for blood still too. Does have backup, but finally Zelmak's gonna back off and have a little bit of peace. As I'm pretty sure Saint just had a heart attack from that Megadelph rocket.
Yeah, for now, I think maybe they made a bit of blunder from that, but I think they're going to try to keep fighting for the bot turret, or maybe the objectives for now.
Speaking of objectives, side of Red Tats is looking for the second Drake here. Inferno on the board, and halfway through they are. It should be an easy dragon. But Pantheon ult comes in. Panther does still have flash, so can't get over this wall. But will he opt to? He's going to be forced to unless he wants to die, and there it is. I don't know, man. This game is, I feel like every time like somebody is going to make a point or talking, just they say no more talking. And speaking of that, Zabao is just walking on Yuri, as he does have purple blue, but it does not matter. This bot lane is so far ahead, and Chobi is gonna die and add Yuri to the list. Will they go for the die? They do have the Holy Bear ultimate in their hands. I mean, Pazanski, I'm pretty sure he's looking for it, and there it is. There's the ultimate. Soren's gonna die. Turret does go down too. And now, goodbye, Soren, as Rat Tat is just running away with this at the moment. They're starting to take off this gold lead, man. Right under 3K. And with a 6-1 Jinx, you can't be mad about that.
This is going to be like a very tough fight, especially the behind. Maybe a little strange possible moon pick for Zervine, but right now they need to try to play the tempo for now. Try to farm as much as they can. Try to play, try to pick up, isolate, because right now they're relying on team engagement. That's their strength right now. Mordecai is going to be isolated, obviously. So they need to find a pick. Probably a best play for now.
3-0-3. That'll be 0-2, like 5 deaths combined to this. It's a rough start for Zelmak, and this Vel'Koz was on finding the kills, trying to get back into. Also building Banshee's Veil, second item. And that's an extremely smart move, especially with this LeBlanc. Not even necessarily using her W to try to get on top of them. More so just using it to get closer to those chains, use Q and those chains. Definitely can help them get and help reduce the damage there.
Yeah, definitely. LeBlanc is going to be the main picker. That's going to be LeBlanc's job to start picking, because she's the only one who has the strength to do it. Because right now the EDC is a bit behind. They can't do much of a poke or enough burst.
Definitely can't do enough burst. So speaking of 80 carry and doing damage, this Jinx, man, merge, man. I Infinity Edge along with the Young Talls. Meanwhile, Philip still sitting on this. And also, just make sure you let him know. Well, never mind. Hold up. Hold that thought. Soren look like he's going to give you getting picked. Pizzansky smartly hitting that blast cone. Make sure that there is no escape. And Chubby Chernobyl is going to be following the same fate as Pizzansky double kill. And now that look at the fine saves. Life forward disintegration rate is going to confirm that it's going to be a triple kill over to the Volibear. And now keep in mind, Pizzansky does have ultimate. And that's a big wave. Your Fury doesn't back off. This will be a dive. All right, that's mid-tier 1 turn over to Rat Tactics. Now, like I was saying, because ironically, they take a tower, but I was trying to mention about Feast of Strength. As Feast of Strength was taken by the side of Rat Tactics.
Yeah. I think Nibla is going to be late, to meet because. And then she needs to, to pay more attention to the roaming timer because she had to be responsible for, to chase the game. Malphite right now is okay, but it needs a bit of help. Or Malphite's going to start playing AD, but right now Malphite item is different. It's more like a tank. Okay, so he needs to work with someone more effective, like Block, maybe Pantheon.
But speaking of needing help, man, whole side of White Lotus Wisteria right now needs help. Down like right under 6K now. This gold lead just keeps going up. Like I'm starting to feel bad for the guy. Oh wait, that 2-0 for Rat Tactics. Right now, his hopes and dreams are still in play. His pickles might be good, but one thing is also good for the side of White Lotus. It's gonna be the first tower they take for this game. They look to finish off this top lane tier 1 tower. Oh, but Rift Terror dropped in mid along the dragon about to be up, and the side of Rat Tactics already set up. Chubby Chernobyl is not going to be able to defend this. So they took a top tier 1 tower, but lose their mid tier 2 and dragon. And now for the side of Rat Tactics, it's going to be 3 drags on Soul Point. Now they start the autocon. Just let you guys know, this is Ruinous autocon. Okay? So when it does, drops a bunch of blood petals. Blood petals give XP and good old XP to the whole team. Gotta clarify that. And damage.
Yeah, a lot
Adaptive
of
force to be exact. All right, had a little hit.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. But yeah, I agree with you. They picked up a lot of petals, so right now with the buff, they could be really, really hard to play against. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough game, but I think they have to play the best for now.
Oh, speaking of tough, coin flip, he ulted the Seraphine out of the fight. So Unstoppable Force, it finds 2. There's the Felix ultimate, but it's not enough damage to follow up this Malphite. As now the rest of White Lotus just getting pounded. 3 dead, double kill over to the Mordekaiser, only losing Jinx, unfortunately, as LeBlanc finds the shutdown onto Emerge. It's not looking too hot for the side of White Lotus at all. I think everybody would say no crap Sherlock to me. Alrighty, there's the ultimate, and that should be another kill over to the side of Rat Tactics. Yuri is gonna go down, but here comes the Pantheon ultimate as Zalbao is gonna find his end. Flash over the wall for Pizzansky, and there is the Encore. Encore is gonna miss, but I don't understand why he threw the Vel'Koz anyway. Bansheesville, friend. But the fight continues. Pizzansky still being chased by Soren. Zelmak does not have ultimate. Keep in mind, and Pizzansky doesn't either. Saints is so low, but is looking for the pick onto Zelmak still. And Pizzansky is still on the run. All right, they're finally gonna give off on the chase. I can't say domination. Out of White Lotus, they are fighting back. They're putting up a fight, and Elmac, he's a little risky. Don't have any teammates nearby, but the side of White Lotus, I don't think they're aware of that. At least not able to engage on them.
I think it's going to be hard for Wisteria from now on. I mean, it's going to be a tempo game at this point. Then they're going to be bearing. It's coming up soon, so they have to treat themselves, and be in there like hide in an ambush, maybe in the top side, maybe the red side, and then do a sneak ambush.
Elmac just solo mission. But Zelmac, ballsy thing to do. I said Zelmac. Sorry, Zalbao. I am smoking Zalbao. This game, not really much to say. I mean, for as how does White Lotus back into this? I mean, I think their only hope is really just hitting on LeBlanc to try to find that pick onto the Vel'Koz. Really, because outside of that, this game should be in Rattata's hands. This is their game to lose.
Well, if they'll develop it very well, so because Malphite need to initiate something. But otherwise, Mordecai, so you need to be careful how Mordecai is positioned. So, or because otherwise, Malphite cannot help the team, to do a big chunk, damage on the composition. Because, yeah.
Right, but Baron almost completely dead for the side of Rat Tactics. I mean, this game is they're just really running away with him. There's not really much. You know what? Yeah, hey man, see, the guy in the movies been interested in as late.
Sorry, what's your question?
Got any movies you've been interested in as of late? Oh, never mind. We come back to the action. Unstoppable Force does find two. Fascists were forced to be burned. Zalbao is fighting for his life. Life on disintegration rate is not gonna take out Soren. And now Ultra is just being utilized. But here comes Pazanski. As now they find the kill, and Pazanski dominated as they chase down the rest of White Lotus Wisteria. All ultimates expended to assault for the Delphion, but Mordecai is just split pushing that top side. Should be a free dragon over to the side of Rat Tactics to make this soul. As the side of White Lotus Wisteria, they're gonna be backing off.
I think Rat had to keep going to play for tempo, but I think they can end maybe 5 minutes or maybe less than that. So I don't think they necessarily need to push all three because they're gonna play inhibitor play. You see, the top side there is pretty weak.
Yeah, they play their cards right. They can go and grab 3 inhibitors. They already have the wave coming in from this top side. Now most of White Lotus is up there, but this top lane inhibitor turret was already so low, and now they also have a wave coming into this bot side. Like, they can either go for it. Is Life on Disintegration Rate going to be utilized? Almost takes out Chubby Chernobyl, but it's going to be able to live. The chase is on. Pazanski's trying to take out this LeBlanc, and she's almost dead, but she's going to be able to make it out. The fight continues now as Soren is going to die. Killing spree over to Zelmac. Once over 4, 3, 4, 5 now with a dream as they look to end this game 1. Rat Tactics favor. Saints and Chubby just forced to watch and end the found. Oh, that went from back and forth to just a straight up beating.
Yeah, it is. At the beginning, it was, but must have a sizable lead. Maybe what do you call it? Responsive, very responsive, so they're able to, to snowball further.
Up. All I say is that White Lotus they picked a team comp. They picked the Felios, okay, what's the scale, but they kept finding themselves in a gajillion fights down bot lane. I mean, they picked Malphite pretty early, so of course it's gonna get counterpicked, and then Mordekaiser came out. The Vel'Koz was pretty early for, and especially against Saints, who likes to run these kill lanes. But it didn't exactly matter because even though Saint got fed, the rest of the team kind of just got buried in the dirt. I don't know how much like what to really say to White Lotus stuff. Or if you're gonna pick these type of comps, hey, play to it like play it slow in the bot lane, but they didn't, and they paid the price for it. I mean, Jeans got fed. Zelmax somehow back in the game. I mean, Mordekaiser and Malphite. How else you thought this was gonna go? So really look for a game two, maybe in White Lotus they draft an aggressive bot lane. They're gonna play like if they're gonna play forward like that, so they can at least fight back and be able to take over the game. But aside from that, I mean, you got put into a hard place trying to play like.
I think they should be more confident, But the bot lane, we still should be more confident, because we know the top lane is going to be very isolated. Because it's Malphite. Malphite is going to be farming. So it's very isolated. There should be putting more resources, to the bot lane. They should be more active, be proactive, especially Leiblock. I mean, Leiblock did a good job of the lady phase solo clearly, but clearly of course, but Leiblock need to be creative because you could do a lot of things. You could evade, you could scout, wherever, all this, mind games, whatever. Okay, and especially Pantheon should be more open, not to focus on mid lane. Should be helping the bot lane very proactively.
All right. Well, if you got your pickers on Rat Tactics right now, it's looking good for you guys. It's now 1-0 as we're going to go into an intermission. When we get back, going to be heading to the draft for game 2 of Rat Tactics versus White Lotus Wisteria, guys. We'll see you in a moment. All right, guys, welcome back. We're now into the draft for game 2 of White Lotus Wisteria versus Rat Tactics. White Lotus gonna opt to stay on the blue side. Let's see how that works out for them. Maybe have a game plan and different game plan this go around. As I mean, the bands are fairly similar so far, even in the same exact places. Let's see if there's any changes on the side of White Lotus though. See if they maybe want to get rid of that Volley Bear. Bazansky was having a field day. He had to get those dives off. Now, old arm record passive being in Volley's kit now. Just enabling those dives and making that bot lane life's hell. It'll be a change. It's gonna be Echo. Surprised. All right, but maybe they scouted something out they didn't like. But let's see what the last band coming out for Rat Tactics is gonna be. As we go into the last 6 seconds of this phase, and it's gonna be Vi. Double jungle ban for the side of Rat Tactics again, but White Lotus, they're gonna opt to B1 this Volley Bear. They're saying what you can do, we can do better. And I'm actually quite interested to see how this is gonna perform. All right, Gwendolyn Stefani locked in for this top side, whether it be jungle or top itself. And Jinx, I mean, just been a solid 80 carry for the entire season. He this go around fairly strong. Really go wrong with locking in? What does White Lotus got in store? We got an arcane matchup going on in bot lane so far. Is Caitlyn locked in for the side of White Lotus?
I think I'm not really sure yet. It could be anything, but there's definitely a significant some change. So, because Volley is different.
Speaking of change, Leona coming out possibly is gonna. Yep, there it is, locked in for the side of White Lotus. We're gonna get a nice feisty bot lane this go around. I mean, we get the same amount of fight we got last game, and then put this there instead of the Felio Seraphine. Man, I'm really looking forward to what's gonna go down. But Swain being locked in for the last pick of the rotation for Rat Tactics. No, Zelmac can pilot that. I'm not sure about Zalbao. Zalbao's not much information on it. But bans coming out fairly quick still. Silas Gasante taking off the board. Would he opt to ban another jungle? Or a top laner? Gonna be Victor instead. No more arcane themed characters here. Victor would have been a solid pickup for the mid lane. It's been solid all around since his rework. Does a lot of damage. The Blackfire Torch, along with the upgraded Aegis, burning people.
Ouch.
Poppy being taken off the board. They already have Volibear Leona not trying to stop they got going on. I'm pretty sure they're probably gonna pick another engaged champion off of that. But Lulu being hovered is gonna be locked in for the side of Rat Tactics. Go along with that Jinx. Be able to keep her alive. Make sure Emerge be able to get it and do his job more efficiently, more effectively, especially when Leona engage and be able to polymorph her, be able to get away. Very much useful for the side of Rat Tactics fight and the changes recently. But see what White Lotus guys. We go to the last 2 seconds into this pick, and we got Wei. Alrighty, we just hitting from downtown, backing up the Volley Bear. We have an interesting pick. Last game we had Vel'Koz. I mean, Rarely see that. I loved it. I love it. We also had
Yeah,
Pantheon, but Mundo gonna finish out this comp going into the top lane, so the Volibear will be going jungle.
it could be Quinn jungle. So
Yeah, it could be. Still, the flex is available.
yeah, so
Just please don't be a champ that'll make me crash out tonight. That's all I ask. I'm pretty sure majority of people that are here got to sit here through Monday's Gitano crash out. Yeah, mine's probably on that level, but set gonna be locked in for this top site. Okay, not what I was expecting, but you know, I rocks with it. I rock with it, I guess. I
I think Jing is going to be like maybe more like a secondary character, but very important. Because Grant instead is going to be more spearheading. Because they do have a lot of disengagement tool, but and they can be. I mean, they do have a lot of damage. You maybe think they are squishy, but they're pretty durable enough. But they can do like a lot of damage and be durable enough to to shred the defense. Yeah.
I mean, part of me wants to hate the set, but at the same time, with this Leona with the Volibear, there's plenty of gauge on the side of White Lotus. So that, I mean, even though they don't really have a good engage on the side of Rat Tactics, who needs one? You just if they're just gonna come at you, you're just gonna dunk somebody right back into their back line. I mean, why care at
Yeah,
that point?
yeah, I do agree. They have good engage. That's why I'm saying Jing is going to be like being very more conscious, positioning. If they're really good with that, positioning, then Jing might be doing okay, you know. But they have to be, but they have very well. I don't think it's not the most mobile team for Rat because Gwen can move around, can go through walls, so they have to pay attention here. How
Well,
they're going to play the map.
I would say though, it's like White Lotus is gonna be playing exactly into a White Lotus, not White Lotus, sorry, White Lotus will be playing right into Rat Tactics. The only issue is if Rat Tactics don't get to these objectives first, don't get to like these critical areas first, it's gonna be hard because they can't necessarily fight inward into them. Like especially like
Yeah.
they have Wei, they have Caitlyn, they could just play from a distance and for a bit, and then force them to have to walk into them, which is gonna be a lot of damage done to the side of Rat Attack. Now, granted, Gwen had Shroud, but not the same for Set and Swain. So definitely that's the only thing the only issue that I have. Outside of that, I'm really leaning more towards Rat Tactics. Like at first, like initially in my heart, I wanted to dislike Rat Tactics, but like this was a brief like 10-second thought, just that changed my mind a little bit.
So depending on Swain, Swain could be choosing more tanky build because Swain might be engaged. Especially with the help of Gwen is set enough to keep Swain keep alive. Maybe Lulu's help. So they're definitely not going to try to keep fighting for team fight. Maybe skirmishing, but they'll try to fight over objectives and the turrets. Okay, so that's probably the plan. While Wisteria is going to be trying to engage. I mean, they do have the strength of engagement and able to fight from distance. So I would say Kayla is more empowered. Jink is maybe less. It's more like a trigger because the Gwen and said maybe Swain is is the I guess Bob, but they have to diffuse. Otherwise, Jink is going to go boom.
All right, well, guys, I know you're tired of hearing us run our mouth for a moment about this draft, but what do you guys think? Go ahead and put it in the chat. Trust me, like I said, I read it, we see it. But while you guys are typing that in, and until we actually get a prediction button for this channel, guys, let us know what you think about draft. Who you think's gonna win? Probably the guy and praying for his pickings to go through, and we'll see. But we're gonna go to the intermission as when we get back, we're gonna be hitting the riff for Game 2 of Rat Tactics versus White Lotus Wisteria. All right, guys, welcome back. Because we're not hitting the riff for Game 2 of White Lotus Wisteria versus Rat Tactics. And ladies and gentlemen, for the people wondering at home, Rat Tactics did take that game 1, and now they're looking to close this series out here and now against White Lotus Hysteria. Keep in mind, both teams are in the same division. Rat Tactics is sitting at the coveted first place for the moment, while White Lotus Hysteria are at 4th. Not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to this game. I don't know. What do you think, Cedar? Because right now, the name I see is Rat Tactics. Well, at least for a draft gap.
I think it would be very, very exciting if Rat Tactics pull it off, because this is such a high risk, but it could be a high reward too. But yeah, I think it's still good Wisteria, because Wisteria has a very, very good support for Caitlyn. So that's could either swing either way. So this could be fun.
All right. Well, looking at and where these junglers starting, both Optus are on the top side, both pathing towards the bot lanes. I don't blame them with the amount of action that game. Well, I'm expecting it even more here with this Caitlyn Leona, especially or so Aphelios Seraphine. We're just trading away. Top side, man. I don't know. I want to see Westbound do something. He impressed me a bit Monday. I'm expecting more out of him. I don't know. Maybe my expectations might get set too high for one series. But level 2 advantage over to Yuri and Chubby. Chubby did go for the Zenith Blade, but unfortunately goes wide. Alright, well, both of these junglers cutting across his middle. Next quadrant, expecting to gank probably with next 30.
How this is a missed opportunity for the bot lane to cut water. Okay, Leon and water it. So
Probably should go ward, but well, they do have a ward in the tri-bush. Saints trying to get some damage down Zelmac when he probably can. He comes from behind those minions. Not really as much poking as it was the first game, but both junglers, well, mainly Volibear, tempo is pretty fairly quick. On to those Krugs is now possibly gonna be looking for this bot lane game, but keep in mind, Emerge and Zalbao, they do have a ward in that middle bush in the lane, but that's not where Volibear is gonna be looking to come from. Is he just making his way onto the river for the moment? But here comes the engage, and Clean's being utilized by Emerge. Shelby just taking a lot of damage, but Thorin is already waiting on his backside. Keep in mind, the Gwen is on the river too, and there comes the gank. Gwen's unfortunately heading towards the mid lane. So Chubby almost taken down though, as Zalbao gonna be almost dead and dead too, as Ignite is going to expire. Both Flash and Exhaust utilized by Zalbao. Meanwhile, Chubby Shinobu also had to blow both of his sums.
I think it's not a bad trade. The Rat Tactic lost the most when he showed they had advantage here. So this might be a good time to recall. This is nice. If hopefully the gold is pretty good, maybe like around 800.
I mean, speaking of needing to recall, man, Westbound taking a lot of damage in that top side. Almost got outright killed by that face breaker. And I'm expecting Soren probably looking at this bot lane, trying to get more. Is now keep in mind, Emerge and Zalbao, no sums there. Unfortunately, level 4, he is going to be pathing back to the Gromp on this counts reset. Take a look at
Uh,
it go. Both junglers over 1K, but Gwen on 1300. Gonna be reset. Gonna be getting that buy. Blasting one and a Dark Seal coming out for the Gwen. Who's got a little bit of trading in the bot lane.
yeah, it should be really good with that time, especially. I mean, again, the window is I did the very past because the timing is a bit weird. So I guess the play, the usual pace, I guess.
Speaking of a play, if side of Rat Tax is able to get a push down bot, which is looking like it's not going to be the case, it could make a play on it on the dragon, especially on that back of that Volibear. But Elmat taking quite a bit of damage in this trade here. Keep in mind, Saints does have ultimate. Meanwhile, the Swain does not, and gonna go wide though, and gonna have to flash out of there, make sure he doesn't die. Doesn't have teleport though, so not gonna be really able. Oh, from downtown, 2 screens away. First blood over the Saint on this way. Man, turn it to Steph Curry with the Qs. Good Lord Almighty. So, I guess we're going back to game one, game one rhythm. As I say something, somebody gets close to dying or is about to die, as Gwen is going to be on those Void Grubs in response to the side of White Lotus, taking that dragon, but it's going to be spotted out by this Mundo. Probably not gonna do anything about it though. Especially he's alone on that top side, and Set is making his way down.
Yeah.
Right, but he'll be making his way back down after the drag. Probably looking to shove this lane in again. And I just want to point out though, Coin Flip just taking a good amount of damage by Westbound, even though he does not have the matchup he would like, still able to just make the most of the situation. As I look mid, no Magic Mantle fought first for the Swain, and he already has the tier. Let me look at get those Merc treads early, reduce the damage he's taking by way, because we all saw that. That was kind of nasty, man. Got walked on. I would say walked on at first, but Zelmac walked on him.
Yeah, I think the bot lane right now is looking at a good place. I mean, it's looking good for Wisteria, honestly. Much better than the game one.
Definitely much better. Speaking of the bot lane, Zelmac making his way down. Spotted out by Wards, though, and also the side in his bot lane. Not really going to be there to assist him that much, but it's not going to matter. As he press Ghost to just walk on him anyway. Going to be calling a trap. And taking a crap ton of damage. I mean, Kazansky on this Gwen is gonna have to be forced to clean up the menu wave for him. It seems like that's the trend right now for junglers and bot lane in this game too. They try to, and junglers or whoever roams down, they try to go for a gank and they end up being the ones almost going down. But aside from that, looking at the CS, man. Both mid and top, double digit. Point flipping, Westbound, they're going back and forth. But in this mid lane, Saint just slowly but surely just building up more and more of a CS. Already has the goal lead, has that first blood kill. Now we see, and now kind of curious to see what Soren is gonna do on this map. Try to change maybe this bot lane, how the way he's going for his team. Try to get this Caitlyn ahead. Right now, it's kind of a stalemate.
Yeah, I think right now it's kind of bit how do you say this? Like a style. I mean, it's pretty much the same. Not much interaction right now.
And speaking of bot lane, there it is. And now the flash came out for Yuri. Inmerge already blown his, and now Yuri is gonna get a kill on the board. All right, but I'm assuming we're gonna have probably nothing happen for right now. So I got the real question for you. Hey, I know it's a League of Legends game, man. I got the real hard-hitting questions for you. Because
Yeah,
we started this Monday, so we might as well keep the train going. How do you like your pizza, man? Peter, how do you like your pizza, bro? Or do you even eat pizza?
maybe too much pineapple.
Oh, you said you like pineapple? Oh, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. We got a fight going on. Is now Zelmak going to get the way ultimate, and there is the ace in the hole. Everybody's blowing all they can on this Swain to kill him, and Wei is going to be the one to reap the reward. As now 2 kills on the board for Saint. All right, well, back to the hard-hitting question. You said too much. You said you don't like pineapple on pizza?
Yeah, pineapple pizza. Yeah,
You do or don't?
I do like pineapple. Yeah, but
don't tell Gitano that, man. Don't tell Gitano that. He will lose it. You know what? Actually, never mind. I'll let him know that Friday. Not Friday. Sorry, Saturday. I'll let him know that for Saturday. He's gonna lose his mind.
Yeah, sorry about that. But if it's not pineapple pizza, just a good pepperoni would do.
All right, but speaking of somebody wishing they was right to be at home eating pizza, Bazanski's gonna find a kill on Westbound. He's get collapsed on by the Gwen in the set. Double ultimate being expended, but now the side of White Lotus, they're missing the front line, but they still have a bear, and Bazanski does not have that ultimate, and Bazanski is still doing the damage along with the set. And now Soren gonna try to flash for the kill, but gonna eat a Q in the face, and now Saint on the wrong side of the wall, buddy. On the run. But Fiona gonna be able to save him. Tubby Chernobyl coming in clutch, be able to keep Saint alive. But these Void Girls gonna be going over to the side of Rat Tactics.
Yeah, I think Rat right now is trying to play the game plan. I mean, it looks good right now. Gwen's farm is pretty good, and he got the 2 kills, so this could be very pivotal. Yeah. But but you see Jinx item. Jinx still do okay. I mean, she got a little bit on the weak side, but Jinx need to be, hopefully keep it up. You don't want to be too weak because you want to be a very effective, support for the Gwen.
Speaking of the Jinx, she's been there by herself, but Emma is able to get those good trades onto Yuri. And speaking of trading, coin flip, despite being like half HP, that man does not care. He is fighting with no fear, just taking it to Westbound, even though lower on the HP bar, but ultimates are gonna be back up, and he's not gonna be able to afford to constantly keep doing that. Dragon is now up too, and Rat Tact is setting up as most of them are gonna be spotted out. Saint on the other side of the wall again, gonna land the fear onto Pazanski so he won't get caught out this go around. Now Chubby Chernobyl on the river by herself. They're looking for the kill. All the slows. There's the polymorph, and there is the ultimate. As now Gwen is running wild like it's Hulkamania, and they're fighting in a choke point. Zelmak has the demonic ascension, and now shut down over to the Caitlyn, but Jinx gonna get a shutdown of her own too with a double kill, and gonna be another kill to add on to the side of Rat Tactics as the Super Mega Duff Rocket finds his mark and triple kill over to the Jinx with 2 shutdowns at that, man. You gotta be happy. Celebrate if you're in merge.
This is pretty huge for Rat. I mean, what the heck?
I mean, yeah, what the hell, bro? You know, you're fighting in a corridor when Swain and Gwen are on the other side. Is facing, like, I don't know what White Lotus was thinking there. Like, I honestly don't. But granted, I don't think there was any vision to see Swain coming, but still, you know he was nearby. You obviously didn't see him in front of you. Where else can he really be? I mean, y'all gotta be prepared for the dangerous stuff. But speaking of that, there's Zelmak with no flash, no ghost. Speaking of being prepared, he was not, and now it's gonna be a bank transaction as White Lotus looking to exchange some abilities for some more gold. in their pockets. Now Wei is gonna find his third kill. Ain't trying to be the anchor for this team. Alright, it's top side though. Westbound pops the ultimate. He does get taken up and dunked down, but Coinflip is not gonna be able to find the kill. But on the flip side though, Westbound more than half HP, possibly gonna be looking for a kill his own. But granted, he already utilized the ghost to be able to save his own life. But this Drake, this fight, we're in for another fight. Swain is not there yet though. Keep in mind, no teleport in this game for him either. As Zelmag's gotta take the scenic route. But the good part for Red Tactics is the dragon is not started yet, as they do have control of this river. Trying to get their way on. Volibear is on the other side though. He's stuck between Zelmak and Bazanski. Not where you want to be if you're Soren. The two people that can actually deal with you on this team. Demonic Ascension being used. Ghost, he does not have Ghost. Solar Flare is going to keep Zelmak in place. Ultimate being utilized. Again, some pretty big damage. Now, look at Rat Tax have to retreat. As they expanded one of the big ultimates there from Zelmak, and now Dragon being claimed, gonna be claimed by the side of White Lotus. As Rat Tax gonna be forced. Let it go.
Maybe Rat Tax overcommit too much because they don't have any means to catch them or chase them. They should try to, get them out. That's probably the miscalculation in here. So,
like I said before, like Rat Tactics, they don't really have engage. Like they have to just like let White Lotus play into them. And so there's a mistake on their end. Trying to they almost, and even though they pulled in Volibear, they almost had the side of White Lotus. You gotta keep in mind, they do have abilities to be able to stop this Swain dead in tracks. That Solar Flare, I mean, Saint on the way has the fear. I mean, there's not only that, but also traps too, which they didn't utilize that go around. But they gotta remember that. Just let them play into their comp. Go from there.
Definitely.
Coin flipping, busy in the top lane, just eating cleaver out the cleaver. Well, in this case, dumbbell, but Rift Terror gonna be started by the side of Rat Tactics, along with the bot lane tier 1 tower being taken by Emerge. Now, Emerge though, fighting Yuri, but Chubby Chinopa is on his way. It's being utilized, but this Jinx should be able to get away, as there's no flash onto. Oh wait, Solar Flare is available and it is gonna come down, but flash being used by Emerge. Now we got another fight in this top side. Ultimates are available again. Coin flip on the lower side, but there's the face breaker, but not gonna do much at all. Gonna be forced to run. Flash is available for him. Ghost is not for Mundo. He didn't. What? He didn't flash. Alrighty, there's an oopsie on coin flip, but that's gonna be a kill over to the Mundo. It's gonna be a shutdown from all the farming they've been doing. Okay, I'm a little stunned as why he just didn't flash and just get out of there, but okay. Maybe he was afraid that Mundo was going to use ultimate and just run him down. Could have been the case. Still could have flashed early to get out of there too. But Gwen Pazanski being a little overzealous, looks like it. Is now he's go. Oh my God! Maybe I was talking outside of my neck. It's double kill over to Bazanski on this Gwen. Now 5-1-2. This guy and snip him away. Thousand Needles is a strong pass, and you always see why the true damage just comes out along with the ultimate 1,000.
Yep.
1,000 cuts, man. Good God Almighty. Gwen is a champion, guys. We gotta remember that. Even when she look like she loses, she might just still be winning just because she has R still up.
Yeah,
cuts a hell of a passive.
Okay. Yeah, Gwen did a pretty ballsy play.
All right, bro. Saint. Wow, that face breaker did much of nothing. I almost kind of feel bad for coin flip right now. Man is tickling people. No way. I tell you who isn't tickling anybody is Westbound. He's just getting bigger and bigger. Warmong's completed. Looking for that second item, but here comes Byzanski. Keep in mind, needlework is not available. Flash was used and Ghost. They're trying to kill Westbound, but Westbound does have ultimate. This is fairly risky, as now Zelmak is taking a lot of damage from this tower, and now Byzanski's gonna be switching over with the aggro. They're trying their hardest to kill this man, but I don't even know why you're trying to go for that while Mundo does have his ult. I mean, Mundo goes where he pleases. But now we got another fight in the mid lane, as now Chubby Chernobyl getting engaged upon. Like that possible get the kill. Solar Flare did come down and stop coin flip, but here comes the cavalry, as now ultimates being utilized left and right. Face break is gonna find two. Soren's pretty low, but it's not gonna matter. Coin flip's gonna die, and look at Yuri just not being touched at all. Double kill over to him, and Wade's gonna finish it all up by killing off Zalbao. Alrighty, well, we're in this phase now. It's back and forth again, just like game one. But which team would be the one to break open this game? Go around.
As long as playing to Cody the cop, so I think right now they're kind of okay in the moment. But I mean, they clearly have the right idea what they want to do the cop. Maybe the top need to keep be more like annoyed. Be annoying because you have the pushy power. That way you can push stuff.
All right, but we got teleports. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to interrupt you. We got teleports coming out. We're gonna be looking for another fight around this Drake. As now, Drake will be completed by White Lotus, Wisteria, and Look is gonna make their way out for the moment. And Autocon, thank God, is not ruined. As we got Ferocious, so we're gonna may see some false life shenanigans this game. I love it, man. I love it. The third Drake over to the side of White Lotus Wisteria. Teleport suspended, but nothing to gain from him. So goal lead is about 1K over to the side of Rat Tactics. But this game is still, and it's like I said, 1K. So this game is still fairly close. Still one play can bust this game open wide, but I want to see and find out who's gonna get it. Just want to point out too, all the kills on this team. Two people that you love to have it on, love to see it. Whereas on the side of White Lotus, those kind of spread around. Uno is doing his thing, top 2 and 1. I mean, Saint just being insane, man. That's the only way I put it. At this point, just being insane. But now we got to engage. Byzanski looking for Soren again, but this time will be biting off. Never mind. Lulu Ultimate gonna come through, and now Byzanski is still just running wild. This is Hulkamania all over again. It's just a rerun of the show. As now Byzanski, all the abilities gonna be focused on him, but it's gonna be able to flash out, be able to run out. Zelmak is in there with Demonic Ascension. Saint gonna be forced to flash over the wall, so no more kills gonna be found for this fight. Every time I think Byzanski's about to die, something that ain't God's favorite warrior at the moment in this game.
Yeah, they need to watch out with Gwen. Try to force her, maybe her what do you call it, her bell, you know, because it's pretty hard to, you know, to damage her if she has a bell.
All right, but Autocon's gonna be started by the side of Rat Tactics. I'm expecting some fun stuff to come out, especially how aggressive Byzanski's been playing on this Gwen. I'm expecting something ridiculous with this false life. Maybe a dive, and maybe an attempted dive, maybe just a team fight around Baron. Who knows? See. Speaking of Baron, the side of White Lotus making their way up this river, as Baron is up in 16 seconds. Probably just be looking to get vision control, and one of the two 80 carry mid to grab this wave up top. Try to get this top tier 1 tower. It's so low. set gonna be sent down to answer the Mundo in this bot lane. Both top laners do not have teleport. Granted, though, they're almost back up. As Soren's gonna be spotted out in this jungle on the wrong side of the fence, buddy. As they're looking to chase. Slow's gonna be landed. Zelmad's gonna hit the ghost. But Soren does have the ultimate. Super Mega Death Rocket is gonna go wide. They're still trying to hunt this man down. Soren, you're going the wrong direction, buddy. His ultimate is gonna be forced to come out, but Pazanski's gonna be there to help finish the job, and Zelmad's gonna find his first kill on the board. So, that's not the greatest of timing. Baron's not up. Now up. It's gonna be started by the side of Rat Tactics. I mean, Soren, what are you doing, buddy? You just cost the team there.
I think right now, Rat's probably strong right now. If they can end the game, I think they could end the game right now.
But they couldn't really just coin flip, just stay on the side lane, just apply pressure with the Baron and Power Me. Don't even necessarily have to just fight this move. But we see how that goes. Now, even though he has the Bork, he's still just taking a lot of damage, constantly eating those cleavers. I mean, if you ain't gonna dodge him, then might as well just, not fight him. Like he's gonna be just grouping up with his team to just go and march down mid. Dragon is up in another 23 seconds. Please do not tell me you guys got Baron to go and waste it on trying to do Dragon. Especially, like I said, they got false life from Autocon, from the ferocious Autocon. Like, come on, guys, just push. Come on. I want to see some action here.
Maybe they try to deny the zone point, or force a fight as possible, like a trap.
All right, they do get soul, and they do stop the soul point. But the other issue is now they're wasting time with this Baron. As Flash gonna be utilized for Zelmat, but gonna get caught in a trap. They're looking to try to find this fight. As Saint gonna get exhausted, and now Solar Flare gonna miss his mark, and Pazanski gonna get another kill on the board for it. As now White Lotus, Wisteria, they're on the run. Soren gonna be hit by the Super Mega Death Rocket as the dive continues, as Mundo should be going down momentarily. Ultimate keeping him alive, but not for long. As 3 are now down for White Lotus. Only ones left standing is the bot lane. Pazanski taking a lot of damage from that ace in the hole. Shelby, Chinopo, and Yuri gonna be able to defend for the moment. Low health bars on the side of Rat Tactics, but not for long. As now they go for the engage, and now Yuri gets dunked. Yuri is dead. Don't even need the face breaker for it, and this should be an end of the game. Or maybe I lied. Wade's coming back up, and Soren's gonna be on the way in another 2 seconds too. But would it be able to do much? Ultimates are not available. Now they're gonna be kind of looking for a miracle to see if Wade can clear these waves, but they are Baron empowered at the moment, still doing a lot of damage, and also still staying up. As now Zelmak finds the E and finds the life of Saint. And now game 2 over to the side of Rat Tactics to close this series out. Well, that was
Gwen is the MVP.
Who's the MVP?
Gwen is the MVP, yeah.
Oh, 100%. Pazanski is putting on a show. 8-1-5. I mean, having his way. I mean, this man was just playing like a mad lad, going for 2v1s constantly, and even when you think he was about to die, he just finishes the job. I mean, I think Pazanski is like, you think of League of Legends as psychopaths in this game, Pazanski picture deserves to be up there for this game too.
Yeah. But I think Gwen is the MVP because it also helps Jinx as well, because if Gwen does well, the bot lane also does well, Jinx. Yeah. So there's some bold play, maybe unpolished, but basically play, especially with the help from the team to keep rolling. snowballing. So that was pretty nuts, very nuts. But I think Caitlyn could have done better, and especially maybe with the teammates like control more over the vision. They should have done that, have more control, especially getting trapped. How to use the CC. They can play a bit more with that.
Well, we're gonna see about getting a player interview this go around. Taking a moment to see if who they want to offer as tribute. But this game, it just felt like the story of last game. Close, 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 and then Rat Tactic just blew the game wide open. Outright ran away with the lead. There's not really much else to say about it. I mean, for the guy who said Rat Tactic's 2-0, I hope you pick'ems. I hope you had him in pick'ems too, man. Right now, you're eating good this week. Certainly, just give us a brief moment. We're just trying to get one.
Well, I'm okay with either the emerge or the jungler. Either way.
Unfortunately, we're gonna get neither one in this game. And this go around, apparently, we're gonna be hearing from the top laner himself, Coin Flip, as he's gonna be the one for tribute for the player interview tonight. Well, hey, welcome to the party, man! Congrats on your series win there.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a kind of a stomp, but I felt like they just could put together a little bit of their mid game and probably be a really solid team.
I feel like early game just constant back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Then we get to the mid. It's like, all right, one play, and it just pretty much whoever got that one play just won the game. It just had to be you guys both times. When I say just won the game, I mean like you guys just took the lead and just ran off with it. Like it didn't feel like that White Lotus had a chance after that. Every time they look for something, it's just like, all right, this get kicked right back in the shin and say, nope, pretty much just get murdered for it.
Yeah, I think our mid game team fighting is super good, and it allows for us even in games where we are very close in lane to just kind of excel in the late game. It just beat people up because I feel like we tend to team fight really, really well.
That was shown. You guys still first place for the East Division, man. Gotta put some respect on these guys' names.
Yeah, the East Division, I feel like it's weak, and I think everyone will agree with that. But that doesn't mean you take any game for granted, You have to still prepare for every team because it is IVSG, and it's still it's not a lot of coin flipping in games, which that's my name for a reason, Sometimes you just gotta coin flip the game.
Ooh, that calling out the rest of the East is back. That sounds like NBA wise. So everybody said the East was weak.
I mean, I think it's not necessarily weak, but I think it's weaker than the West.
I mean, definitely agree that. I mean, Jolly Rogers Ghost Crew, along with some other hard hitters over there.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough conference for people to make playoffs. And I think our conference will be a tough conference for people to miss playoffs.
Ironically, as you say that, there are two teams in the West that currently have 0 series losses at the TD Phoenix and Culture's Tyranny. But aside from that, got some questions for you, man. I mean, chaotic early game for you guys for both game 1 and game 2. I mean, what was going through your minds during that time period?
Yeah, so we were like game one. I feel like I was just playing a super comfortable lane. Like when you're playing a Malphite into Mordekaiser, you just can't ever kill the Mordekaiser if you're Malphite because you have to build MR and you just kind of lose everything besides your ultimate. But game two, I felt like the Mundo pick gave me a little bit more of a challenge. I'm not much of a set player, but we thought it was a super good pick here, so I locked it in, and obviously I got solo killed by him. But yeah, I feel like it's like we just talked about it, and we're like we just scale, we win team fighting because we have better team fights, and as long as we could get on to our targets, which our comp is pretty solid at. The fights were just really hard for them to play.
You sure did, man. Eat a whole lot of cleavers in that game too.
Yeah, I was some of them I was tactically eating to make sure he couldn't hit the cannon, but then a lot of them I was just eating because I didn't buy boots until the lane phase was over.
Hey guys, you heard it here first. Tactically eating cleavers along with eating roof. You know, it was all planned. It was planned. You know?
Yeah, Set thrives at about 20% HP. He just regens for years.
But that win, I mean, you guys moved 4-1 now.
Yes, 4-1.
How do you guys feel? Or is like you feel like it kind of like surging through the early part of the season as we get into the middle and midway, or you guys feel like
I
some games are too and some series are too close? Like what you guys look find on that?
I mean, we had a really, really, really rough week one and kind of got blown out. Uh, and made some changes that were better for the team. And worked on our drafting to figure out what we really want to do. We've kind of locked in on a specific play style that we are trying to execute in almost every game, and I feel like that's helping us get through these games. But there still are harder games ahead. Next week we play Dropping Point Knights, which is is a solid team. Gonna be a rough, not necessarily rough matchup, but a good matchup. And there's a few teams I that we're looking at down the road, but like realistically, I feel like we just really want to make sure we get the 1 seed for playoffs, get that bye week, and secure it. And just winning the games that we should win just makes that much easier.
Sure does, man. Sure does. Well, see, do you got any questions?
Yeah, I do. I'm just curious, what was your thought process the game two draft? Because it shows like, is it like Gwen is the idea, or is it just happened along the way?
So Pazanski plays a lot of Gwen, and that's he normally takes the handle on that champion. So we kind of always knew it was going into the jungle, especially after we saw the volley bear. And we really were just kind of like it's going into the jungle unless he wants to play something different. But since they banned the echo, we were probably never picking anything different, and we're just holding the set for last pick so we could one see their top laner and to hold that flex, because if they did pick something that we wanted the Gwen to go top lane with, we could have swapped it.
Okay, that's a yeah. I think that's a pretty simple, process.
All right. Well, Coin Flip, thank you for joining us for this player interview. But just like all good things, they must come to an end. And guys, but that doesn't mean there's no more League of Legends for the week. We got more games coming to you. One tomorrow, Merc Shadow Boys take on Jolly Rogers Armada. And we also have another game Saturday. So keep that in mind, folks. It may be over for the night, but it ain't over for the week. But till then, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you guys next time.